against their will. Uh, Basically, you know the word we were doing. He knows it, we know it, and that's the word. I'm not going to use that word too much. Mark was a prison, you know, he was a prison daddy who participated in grooming and forceful, unconsensual acts against other men. You heard what he said. The guy didn't want to. It was a prison queen that Mark had, you know, intercourse relations with, according to Mark at the time, and according to the prison queen at the time. It was something he had done before. Mark used his voice for enjoyment and released, and he used paid woman, paid not they're not women, paid male. The other word, it starts with the pro. Uh, and likely he used that individual, but certainly it was a ritual of common occurrence. His position held a certain power. It had a certain position in the hierarchy, and it was celebrated. So if you go at the minute 35:44, he says there was a prison queen that Mark was able to verify that they were having relationships. So Jonathan Schwartz said he was able to verify it. So whoever that guy was taken into the hump, that's the one Jonathan Schwartz interviewed. I don't know who the one in the hump is, because that's the one that Jonathan Schwartz is talking about. He's talking about the one that went in the hump with them. He verified it with Mark and also the prison queen, that's the one he's guiding into the hump by the waist. Jonathan Schwartz was able to talk to everybody involved. Some he could get a hold of, and others he couldn't. But if you're going off that documentary, that was the prison queen. You seen that guy prancing around numerous episodes of that documentary. You see him getting guided into the hump. You see him walking down with the little tight shirt, do-rag, and tight shorts walking around the day room. He's in that documentary, I think maybe even more than Hips, or about the same kind of screen time. He just didn't say anything. He just didn't. Maybe he was too ashamed of what was going on. He didn't want to participate, or maybe he was smart enough to be like, man, maybe somebody's going to see this down the road, and I don't want my family to see me. So maybe that's the explanation of why he didn't speak too much in that. So but if you go read at the transcript on the Jonathan Lee documentary, go hit minute 35, second 44, and it tells you it was a prison queen that Mark had intercourse relationships with, according to Mark at the time, and according to the prison queen at the time. It was something he had done before. So that's according to Jonathan Schwartz, an educated man, Brown University, grew up in the civil rights movements, participated in the freedom movements. And basically every other of these documentaries is to help the people out of minorities. The inner city, he shows the truth reality of what goes on in those prison walls, as far as the abuse, as far as the religion. So now you got to ask yourself, why would this man, a father, educated, say all this about this guy if it wasn't true? A lot of people hadn't touched up really on Jonathan Schwartz, like his real background. They just said, oh, he's educated, did this and that, but you have to see who he truly is. And even for the civil rights and these free movements, I would kind of question if he was trying to look or attack the minorities. Like a lot of people were saying, oh man, it's just another. Thank y'all for tuning, and y'all and thank y'all so much. And I hope y'all enjoy this video.